All right, class, we're going to start with your bell work for the day. Please go ahead and pause your screen so you can answer the following questions. So, we learned a little bit about fitness last week and how fitness is a function of how a species is able to have the ability to survive and pass on their genes to be inherited by the next generation. And that is the function of how natural selection works. Natural selection acts upon fitness, by which those that are the most fit to survive in a population are therefore more likely to reproduce and therefore more likely to pass their genetics to be inherited to a future generation. And then those genes are therefore passed on to the next generation as well. So animal behavior is basically a way of thinking about, well, why do we still see these birds with crazy colored feathers, and how did these birds get such long beaks, and why do these certain animals fight, and why do these certain animals use, for example, the nut cracking experiment? Why do they use tools? How did that benefit the population? And that really is what it comes down to when we're studying these animal behaviors. How are they existing? Why are they existing? So one weird thing is, wouldn't altruism result in an individual in a species being more vulnerable? Wouldn't you expect altruism therefore to die, and we wouldn't see altruistic behaviors continuing in different species, especially, non-human species that we talked about, like the mothers caring for their young, like the monkeys socializing and pulling the bugs to help clean other individuals within their species. But what you have to remember is natural selection works on populations, not individuals. So because this altruistic behavior benefits the larger message of species survival, for example, a mother helping their young, for example, the social benefits of helping clean each other, or by calling that warning sign when a predator is coming. Those type of altruistic behaviors are helping this, not the individual survive. These are helping the species survive. And therefore natural selection favors those types of traits and certain types of animal behaviors. And it might hurt the individual to be altruistic. It might make them more vulnerable to dying on their own and not being able to carry on their specific genetics. But this altruism is seen still in nature because it helps the passing on of the species, not because it helps the individual pass on their genetics, but rather there's a higher chance of more squirrels living because of this alarm call. When they see a predator and they're able to call and say, hey, there's a predator coming, they might have been the one to see it, and they might have been the one that actually died, but the other individuals from that species will continue on based on this altruistic behavior. I know this was a short lecture and it does wrap up the unit, but there will be assignments due this week, so I wanted to give you ample time to study for your upcoming exam. Go ahead and pause your screen to complete your exit ticket for the day. As always, let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to hearing from you all soon.